How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. From a terrifying house fire caught on camera to a mysterious businessman selling a bike. These are the creepiest doorbell camera videos ever captured. But as always, before we get into it, hit that subscribe button for more interesting creepy content just like this.
This scary doorbell camera footage was uploaded to a YouTube channel called Michael Hernandez in December 2017. The video shows something catching fire in a neighbour's property. The fire slowly gets bigger and bigger until it's almost engulfed the entire yard. The flames begin to catch onto the roof of the house. Eventually, the homeowner comes to the front door and is shocked to see the yard on fire. He runs to get a small fire extinguisher but quickly realises he's in trouble. The man seen in the footage later said that his Ring doorbell app had been notifying him of movement at the front door. It wasn't until the fourth notification that he finally awoke to see what the commotion was. His fiancée called 911 and the household managed to escape through the back door. Luckily, no one was injured during the incident. It's safe to say that the Ring doorbell app saved this family's life. A GoFundMe campaign was launched to help with the rebuild of both the houses. Close to $6,500 was raised by the local community. This is some creepy doorbell camera footage that was uploaded to a YouTube channel called Alaskan Diva in mid-2016. At the very beginning of the clip, you can see a mysterious person standing at the entrance to the porch. It looks as though they leave a package on the ground, then they get in a car and drive off quickly. The package is somewhat blurred and can be seen in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Whatever the object is, it begins to pulse and almost looks like it inflates a little. It gets bigger and bigger and seems to float up and out of the view of the camera. When the footage was shared across social media, a number of explanations were put forth. Some viewers saw the incident as a prank of some kind but still couldn't identify what the package was. Others saw the footage as supernatural, claiming that the shadowy figure at the beginning was a ghost and that the black blurry object was his spirit dematerializing. Finally, a lot of viewers thought it was nothing but a bug that coincidentally started crawling along the side of the camera just as the visitor left the house. Love to get your opinion on this strange piece of footage. Is it a prank, ghost, bug, or something else entirely? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. On August 24th, 2018, in a Sunrise Ranch neighborhood in Montgomery, Texas, a partially undressed woman rang several doorbells in the middle of the night. A frightened resident called police saying that a woman wearing what looked like restraints with no shoes on was ringing their doorbell late in the evening. The footage went viral, making national news. At first, no one was able to identify the woman as police searches intensified. Local officials were worried that something may have happened to the woman as she appeared to be in distress in the footage. On August 29th, the woman was identified as a 32-year-old local resident, whose name was kept private for safety reasons due to a suspected domestic violence case. Police were called into a home in Sunrise Pines at around 11 AM on a threat of suicide. When they entered the property, they discovered the body of Dennis Collins, who had died from a self-inflicted gunshot. Collins' girlfriend was the woman in the doorbell camera footage. The woman, known only as Lauren, later did an interview for Inside Edition. She told reporters that she woke that night to Collins kneeling on her chest, trying to stuff clothes in her mouth. Lauren managed to escape and frantically tried ringing doorbells in the neighborhood for help. This is a creepy little piece of footage taken in an unknown part of the US. It shows a woman lurking outside a house acting strangely. She approaches the doorbell camera but is startled by a passing car. She tries to act naturally so as not to draw attention to herself. Once the car passes, she once again approaches the camera. This time, however, she tries biting it. While this footage may be nothing more than a strange friend coming to visit, if I saw someone trying to bite my doorbell camera, I'd think twice before letting them in. This next short clip seems to show the moment a ghostly entity visits a house. The homeowner was sitting inside when they got a notification that movement was detected outside their front door. When they went to look, there was no one there. Perplexed, the owner decided to review the footage. What they saw gave them the creeps. In the footage, you can see a glowing orb of light pass by the camera. It drifts by slowly before disappearing into the stone wall on the left. The curious thing about the object is that it has enough density to trigger the motion sensor in the doorbell camera. One viewer said they had the exact same thing happen to them a number of times. They claim they rang the manufacturer, Ring, for an explanation, and they said it was most likely an insect passing by. Many commenters agree that it's most likely a bug of some kind. However, many believe that this is the spirit of a deceased loved one that is lingering around the property to keep them safe. This doorbell camera has caught the scary moment when a drunk teenager entered a property. In the footage, we see a very intoxicated young man stumble up to the entrance of this unknown home in the US. The man pulls at the doorbell camera, almost ripping it from the door. After a moment of hazy contemplation, he decides to climb the fence and slip into the backyard. It's not known whether this man was an intruder or not. It may well be that this young boy lives at this address and was hoping to slip by his parents undetected after a night of heavy drinking. So it's either a scary break-in or a very funny story to be told at this kid's 21st birthday. This next incident is something you hope you'll never have to experience. On April 17, 2017 at around 2:15 PM in Maxwell Park in Oakland, California, two hooded men attempted to kick in a front door. 15 minutes prior, one of the men rang the doorbell to see if anyone was at home. The homeowner, who was inside at the time, didn't hear the bell as they were wearing headphones. The men returned thinking that the property was empty and attempted to smash the door in and rob the home. The homeowner eventually yelled at the intruders, scaring them away. A neighbour spotted the men fleeing down the street. It's not known whether the men were later identified. This is an unsettling little clip that got some attention in October 2017. The uploader claims their doorbell camera app notified them of a visitor. When they checked the footage, they couldn't see anyone at the door. However, a demonic sounding voice could be heard mumbling something into the microphone. Some viewers were quick to say it was a poltergeist making contact. Others noted the October upload date and that there was some skulls decorating the entrance to the home, which most likely chalks this incident up as a Halloween prank. This next clip is very similar to a video we've featured in a previous episode, the creepiest doorbell camera videos ever captured. In early 2018, this front door surveillance camera in Texas was activated when movement was detected. The homeowner, Allison Keller, was notified of the movement and checked the camera to see who was there. To her surprise, she saw an enormous snake slithering up her door. It's believed to be a Texas rat snake that are quite common in the area. The critter coils itself around the lock of the door and even at one point loses grip and falls. Undeterred, the snake continues to climb the door. The unsettling footage was picked up by a number of news sites, making this slippery visitor somewhat internet famous. YouTuber LMS Tactical was sitting in his basement watching TV when he got a message on his doorbell camera app that there was a visitor at the front door. When he checked the live camera feed, it looked as though a long-haired person was lurking just off camera to the left. The YouTuber asked a number of times who was there but got no response. Eventually, the eerie visitor showed his true form and wandered in front of the camera. At the top of the screen, you can see a rather large spider crawl across the lens. The homeowner was shocked to discover that the mysterious visitor was nothing more than a curious, creepy crawly. Before we get to that number one spot and take a look at a curious bike salesman, remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on channel notifications. That way you'll be completely up to date with all our latest content. If you were sitting at home wishing you had a bike, then this next visitor would be quite welcome. In March 2016, a YouTube channel called Joe Earl Lamock uploaded this strange clip. Captured on a Ring doorbell home security system, we see a man with a bike making strange hand gestures at the camera. He seems to be whispering something to himself as well. Eventually, the homeowner answers via the intercom and asks if he can help the man. The visitor replies with, "I'm trying to sell a bike for some cash so I can borrow some money."
Dude, I'm trying to sell a bike for some cash so I can buy some money. And that's all.
The almost oxymoronic response from the dubious bike salesman seems to spook the homeowner, as he says he's all good and doesn't respond any further. Before long, the man and his bike roll on down the road. On a scale of 1 to stolen, how filched is that bike?
If you want to see more creepy doorbell camera videos, check out that video right there. Remember to leave us a comment down below and hit that thumbs up button because it lets us know you're enjoying the content. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.